Good luck, man.
You too, bud.
Oh, my bad, dude, my bad.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. You probably thought I fell off the face of the earth, which in fact I did not. I've been trying to rest, a little bit of a lingering injury, and get that feeling better, and it's not feeling much better, but we're going to try to get that taken care of here shortly. But again, it's nothing too severe. Just just trying to rest a little bit and see if I feel a little better. Plus, I have latched onto another new hobby, if you can imagine that. I have a very addictive personality, I guess, and like doing fun things. But I made the long trek out to Tamaqua, Pennsylvania, to take on the Tough Like RORR event. It went pretty awesome. This is the first race you're watching here. Again, I started for C class. I rode in the morning. This is the first race again. I don't know what happened. Right, not too much longer after this section here, I ended up de-beating the rear tire. I don't know if I hit something weird. Again, it seemed to be okay through here, but this section here, I got to the bottom of it. You'll see me kind of look around and see what's going on. De-beating the rear tire. I run 2 rim locks. I run a moose. I don't know again if I don't know. I really don't know. Again, the tire fell off the wheel. Not, it is what it is. Nothing I can say at this point other than we got messed up. But ended up going back to the camp, fixing it, and coming back out and completing 1 lap for the first race. Again, right about here is where I, just take a look, and something's not kosher. I forgot to throw my GoPro back on, GoPro the rest of the first race, so that's the only footage I got from the first race, unfortunately. It is what it is. So I don't remember how I finished, but it wasn't great. So I only got 1 lap in out of 2. Well, here you see the start of the second race. Beautiful, bright blue day, a couple clouds. Very warm, sweating like a freight train. It's real hot. Again, got the whole shot in this race, and had a pretty smooth race overall. I was real happy with the way I rode. Had a couple audio issues with the GoPro. I don't know if my Camelback dripped a little bit of water on the microphone or something. So again, later on you'll hear there's like a real muffled sound. I don't know what was going on, but got a great start on this one. I tried to not. I had to press on regardless attitude. I drove all the way out there. I'll be damned if I'm gonna let a little tire issue mess me up. It's 12 hours one way, and I paid good money to do it. And I was gonna press on, so that attitude paid off. Ended up finishing this race, I think, 5th in class, if I remember right, 5th or 6th in class. And it put me at 14th out of 40 for the end of the day total. You had to be in the top 150 overall to be in the LCQ. So the fastest 30, which obviously were pros and stuff like that, and they qualified for the Sunday main event right away. And again, I knew I wouldn't be in the fastest 30. We got a long way to go before we get there. But my goal was definitely to qualify for the LCQ at minimum. So backing up, we again 14th out of 40 in class, which was good enough to just get me into the LCQ. It was 145th out of 150 to go on the LCQ. So I was pretty stoked with that, for the way the day started. But anyway, again, this is just the highlights I'll put up of the whole race some other day. But it's just kind of highlights. I figured I'd talk over it, and you guys can critique me and make fun of me for my highlights and lowlights here. But yeah, these downhills were pretty crazy. I feel bad. This one I ended up going down and falling to the bottom, and Rachel Goodish was right behind me. You can kind of see her. I think maybe not. Okay, yeah, right there. Yeah, there's Rachel. Sorry, Rachel, I crashed right in front of you. You're trying to make your run to the front, and made a real fool of myself. So that's racing. But I think she went on to pretty well dominate, and good for her. She's pretty crazy. I remember watching her as a young lady growing up racing, and yeah, it's pretty awesome to see how far she's came. Real great attitude, nice to talk to. Kudos to her again for one awesome ride this past weekend. But again, coming from the Midwest, we don't have the rocks or rock gardens like this. This race was a real butt kicker for sure. It's one of those. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't know. It's a weird thing to describe. Normally, you get your butt kicked. You don't like doing it, but this one just kept you coming back for more. I don't know. It was an absolute blast, and I started getting some mojo. Kind of picking some good lines. Take a couple breaks here and there just to get my wits about me. Not over push and make silly mistakes and wear myself out, which again I think paid off in the long run. I tried to. On the bottlenecks, I try not to wait on the perfect line too much. I try to pick a line and go. Sometimes, it wasn't possible. There was too much of a bottleneck to really even get around. But I try to pick a line, make it stick, and press on. It seemed to work all weekend pretty well. I'll let you guys watch for a little bit. So I don't know if this particular rock garden had a name. I was awful and didn't look at the map and can't remember the names of any of the sections. But yeah, that rock garden, like I said, you had to go. I don't know. You've seen it. It looks like it took forever. I mean, it's pretty lengthy, and you end up going up and turning right back around and kind of coming back down the other side. The other side was definitely a lot smoother, but this side was pretty brutal. Backing way up the start of the first race, I want to apologize to that guy. I started second and thought I had it passed for the lead right in like the second corner and didn't make it and took us both out. That was really dumb. Again, I tried to apologize over a pair of bikes. I don't know if you heard me or not, but that was very dumb on my part. But I've learned. Again, none of us got hurt, I don't think, and we both continued on. But again, apologize to that guy. Again, as you can see, this section just keeps going. There's no huge rocks. They're pretty slick. I mean, you can see there's some moss coverage on there, and it poured down rain. We got there Friday. I got there Friday morning, and trying to get camp set up, and next thing I know, it just came a downpour, like late Friday afternoon. So there's just enough moisture to make things just a little slicky, and it wasn't too bad. Definitely not as slick as the COVID Crusher, but you can see some guys are struggling with traction. I was running a new Kinda Ibex tire with a older Nitro Moose that I had drilled a little bit to make it a little softer. And I personally didn't feel like I had an issue with traction. I was a lot of places where guys would spin and kind of get held up, I would be able to motor on through, which again, I don't know if it's a combination of momentum and a good tire or what, but I didn't feel like I had major traction issues, which is one of the first times ever in one of these races I felt like I had a good tire combination. So really pleased with that. I'll probably stick with that for quite a while. I mean, again, right there you can see people just kind of stuck setting them motor on through, which again, I think is probably a combination of hitting the old twisty throttle and pressing on. But it just seemed like this second race, it'd have some technical sections, but it'd have some really nice flowy single track as well. I really wish I could go out there and play right. I think it's making me a lot better rider. Here I'm deciding the front end's a little too bouncy, so KTM's got the quick adjust rebounds. I dialed her back just a little bit to get a little less rebound. I felt like it helped. It may have been a mental thing, but this is a nice wrong line choice and just about went over the bars. And yeah, it was kind of a bonehead move, but yeah, what do you do? That's amateur hour. That's why I'm in the C class, I guess. But after this, I shut the GoPro off and forgot to turn it back on for a little bit. So this is probably midway through the second lap. I just thought that was a cool view. It's nice blue lake down there at the bottom. I really hope not to fall in. Here you get to some of the more technical climbs. You know, I got some. The soil was real weird. It was an old coal mine, I believe, and it was like a real, obviously black soil from the coal, but almost like a sandy black soil. It was weird. It was cool, but it was just weird and different. And, obviously a lot of rocks and things. It's nothing like I've ridden on in Central Illinois, that's for dang sure. This downhill section, I don't think you can see it very good. My infamous chest mount to GoPro I said I would replace a long time ago, but I haven't. It was a really gnarly, steep downhill with a rock right there, right in the middle of it. And it was a real thin line, but you know, that's the thing. I felt like I was having good line choice and just riding pretty well. Again, here's one of the harder sections. A lot of people got stuck on and motored up, and I think the front end washed out a little bit. Yeah, just a little minor setback here, but picked her back up and trucked on through this nasty rock garden. It was a pretty cool feeling to have for sure.
Thank you! Unorthodox, but it worked. How's it going, guys?
That was yet another one of their famous downhills. Again, it was pretty freaky. There's not a whole lot of braking that can be done. I think my soil was loose enough, but there you just went over the RORR famous over-under bridge. That was kind of neat. You know, watched that in videos for a while and got to ride it. So nothing too crazy. But here we're finishing up the second race, getting ready to head to the LCQ on Sunday morning.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, buddy. Whoa!
So the LCQ on Sunday morning, again, I barely squeaked in. I was actually feeling pretty good. I feel it's the same as when I used to race. I'm not a strong starter. I don't know if I get too hyped up, but I really pump up right at the start. And the longer the race is, obviously I do get tired. My fitness isn't where it needs to be, but I really start to typically get a flow going and just kind of a worry-free, mellow zone, I guess you could say. I don't know how to describe it, but so at this point, this is Sunday morning. We raced Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. You know, I had kind of the jitters out of the way. I wasn't getting real pumped up at the start. I was able to just really maintain a good flow. Like I said, this is the first hard section. Past the one guy you've seen, and he got me past me back in this section. I ended up passing back later. You know, I did a lot of passing in the LCQ and didn't get passed by a whole lot of people, which is pretty awesome. I don't know. Again, it was one of those things where I just seemed to pick really good lines. I never really had any major hiccups. You know, I don't want to call it a boring race, but it was far from boring. But it just, you know, there's no major incidences for me where I didn't get the bike so I had to wear myself out trying to push. I don't think I even dropped the bike, which is rare for me. You know, normally I'll have a little blunder and drop the bike. So I just was able to conserve a lot of energy, and I'd be surprised. Every time you pick the bike up, you know, you use that much more energy, and it really takes a toll on you towards the end of the race. So, you know, not having to do that, and plus it was only a 4-mile course, so it wasn't huge by any means, but it was real technical. It seemed to be like they took all the flowy sections out from the Saturday races and just combined a lot of the hard sections just back to back just to keep beating on you, which, you know, is a cool experience. I really like it. The people at RORR, the RORR folks were absolutely awesome. They were very nice. Again, I was having a good time, wooing at them and hollering at them as I drive by, and most of them would kind of cheer back and play along. And just, again, super great people. The chaplain did the prayer in the morning. Great guy. You know, he's out on the course a couple times cheering you on, and there at the end handing water. Just super great people. I can't say this hard enduro group. Every time I went anywhere, they keep blowing me away how nice they are. Everybody roots for you. It doesn't matter if you're the first place pro or the last place C guy. Everybody cheers for you because, you know, this hard enduro stuff's nothing to scoff at. I mean, even the easy stuff is far from easy. I mean, the first race on Saturday was supposed to be one everybody could finish, and backing way up again. I didn't even mention I feel terrible, but Casey and his dad drove out, and, you know, they kind of did a little vacation, and Casey signed up for Tough Like RORR, and unfortunately didn't have a great weekend. But, you know, like we were talking, you know, the first race was supposed to be one everybody could finish, and, you know, it wasn't too hard. Well, these boys from Pennsylvania ride stuff every day. Their version of easy and our Midwest easy are two different things. Again, obviously we both finished a lap on Saturday morning, but it was they were talking how it was going to be not that hard. It was a difficult course. My hat's off to them. They ride this stuff every day, and it shows. They're pretty amazing riders, talented. And as again, the camaraderie that goes along with this sport is pretty awesome. But, this is one hill climb that I felt like I did pretty good on. Powered up and passed that guy. Even that was in the first race, and I ended up getting stopped like halfway up because somebody went down, and I was able to get enough traction to keep going. I forget what they call this hill. It's, again, you can see how this loose rock he did. I was tank slapping the whole way up, but most people having to turn down the bottom and, you know, get a good run. I was able to, those races, to just turn and go up. So it wasn't the prettiest by any means, but made it happen, and I know it saved me a lot of time. But here's good off-camber, rocky, loose climb. Climb up the side of the mountain. I'm assuming it's a mountain. For what we have in Illinois, this is definitely a mountain. But no, again, I can't say enough good things about the RORR guys, and just even the hard enduro community altogether. Had a couple guys come help me. Excuse me. Had a couple guys come help me with my tire issue, and again, I can't thank them enough. But I believe this is the Stairway to Heaven section that coming up here, and yeah, I felt like I had a pretty good line through it. Just never had any big holdups. You know, I had to wait on a few bottleneck guys, but for the most part, you know, just hop up on a rock and make the line stick and go, and it just again, everything was working out. I don't know what to say. Just again, riding pretty good. I felt pretty good. Just everything seemed to be kind of clicking. You know, hard enduro seems to be one of those things, but when it's going, it seems like you're getting the hang of it. When you have a bad day, again, you feel like you're starting to learn to ride all over again, and it'll really make you feel like trash. It's absolutely brutal. But, yeah, I'll shut up again and let you watch for a little bit.
Thank you, buddy. Woo. You all right? I'll try to get somebody, okay?
This section right here gave me the heebie-jeebies. I'm not a big fan of heights, and you couldn't really see it that well, but if you fall off to the right, you're going a long way down. I couldn't see the bottom even, but it was quite the experience. Again, I don't know what else to say. I mean, this race was awesome. I really hope I get to go back next year. I definitely want to be able to try to do a little better. I'm not got taken out by that guy. Wasn't super pleased by it. You know, accidents happen. I'm sure it wasn't intentional, but in race mode I was a little peeved off. But you know, what do you do? It's cooler has prevailed. Here's another one of their infamous downhills. This thing again, I just no braking almost. It seems like it's wild, man. I just don't know what else to say. You get the old heart rate pumping, that's for dang sure. Coming up on, this is probably one of my favorite sections, because this whole journey, last year started with, I want to do Erzberg. I mean, I signed up, I was supposed to do Erzberg this year. Obviously, it got canceled, the COVID thing, just really messed with the schedule altogether. But this is probably the closest I've came to do anything like Erzberg like. So it's pretty awesome to finally get my feet wet a little bit on some boulder field per se. But this, again, I don't know. I stopped and took a couple breaks. I'm definitely getting tuckered out at this point. But overall, I felt like I did it pretty good. I think I may have barely kind of dropped the bike just a little bit, but overall, I had a pretty clean run through it. No major incidences. Had a decent line. Didn't have any major issues. But yeah, it gets me pumped up for Erzberg. I don't know. The butt kicking that's going to come is going to be times a million of this, but I can't. I'm super excited about it. As far as what's going on after this race, I really don't know yet. So the schedule being crammed packed into a couple weeks like they've got it now, again, I know it's not their fault. It's the way the COVID's kind of made it happen. I don't know if I was hoping to do all the East Coast series, but they've got them almost scheduled back to back to back, and small little weekend break here and there. But I think I'm gonna for sure try to do Battle of the Goats. I've heard from a couple people that it's one of the gnarlier ones, so I really want to go try that. Just again, they say it's the only one they said might be hard is Idaho, so I probably won't be able to get to Idaho anytime soon. But again, if I can get out there and take that one on, and we'll see. But the Mad Moose, I don't know. That's on my birthday weekend. I may try to swing that one, but you know, then there's I think Fallen Timbers in Ohio coming up as well. Again, I don't think I can do little back-to-back weekends, and not to mention TKOs just like a week after all those. So I'm signing up for TKOs. I do know for sure that one's happening as long as the COVID doesn't mess with it. So probably try Battle of the Goats, maybe Mad Moose for sure TKO. Yeah, just need to again get this little nagging injury figured out and keep riding and keep getting better. You know, I definitely am seeing progression. That's probably the most exciting thing. You know, this time last year I was just getting to KTM and learn how to ride again. So you know, the progression's coming. Just gotta get the fitness there and ride. That's all I can say. I'll shut up and let you. I guess I never said how I finished in the LCQ. The LCQ, like I said, went pretty. Started 145th out of 150 assigned riders. I don't know how many actually started. There was a few rows and maybe didn't have all the people on them, but 150 was supposed to start. I started 145th. Ended up finishing 63rd in the LCQ, which is a little bit off the, quite a bit off the pace to qualify for the main event. But I was able to finish the one lap in 1 hour, and again, it's good progress. So we'll catch you next time. Thanks for the support. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate everybody.
Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Appreciate it.